Shalom, shalom, shalom. Back with another video. Before I get started, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rikahak, Wadash, to the elder apostles, elder bishop of Great Millstone, who rule well, like to give double honor. Shalom to the 144,000, to the 1/3, to the elect. We're here with a video I'm going to call Civil unrest will happen. Civil unrest will happen. And as you can see, there's many articles that's talking about the election day violence and civil unrest that's going on. You got election day jitters, panic button, police drill prompt fear for voting at polling office. DC, Trump and Harris beef up security over fears of election day violence. Police guard unit for election day violence. States put National Guard on standby in case of election violence. And it go on and on and on and on. But what they realize is going to happen one way or another. Let's say Trump do win. And it don't happen right then and there. It will go down. Thus said Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Because he wanted to go that way. We know the Lord is not a liar. He's not a man that he should lie. And if he said it's going to be civil unrest, it's going to be civil unrest. And all this election day doing, it just bringing out those evil spirits in Esau, Edom, and the rest of the nation to turn against each other. It's gonna be one people standing up fighting against another, and it's all over this election day. And like I said, even if Trump do win and it don't happen then, it's gonna happen because those Trump supporters, those staunch Edomite, they're gonna feel emboldened if Trump win to do the evil works that they had already promised that they would do. I can see them trying to overthrow the rest of the government so Trump can have absolute power. And if Harris win, we already know what they say they're gonna do. It's gonna be a revolution, as I heard one of them say in the brother's video. They're gonna have another American revolution, and it's the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai that kind of spirit is going on here in Babylon during the times of election. Lord willing, I hope it do kick off, that civil arrests do happen. Hopefully it'll jumpstart Jacob's trouble. I mean, we never know. It's just me speaking as a man. But let's go ahead and get into these scriptures. First starting with 2nd Ezra 15. Second Ezra 15, starting at verse 44. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another with swords in their hand. And if you don't even have to be in the know, just being on social media, you see how a bunch of these Trump supporters has already got their weapons ready, their guns ready, they got ammo, they ready to go to war for Trump if he don't make it in. For there shall be sedition among men, and evading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor their princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And we done already seen them say they don't care about what the government say. They feel like the United States of America Army is not going to fight against them anyway. So they're not going to regard the king or the princes or the elected officials, not only in the states, but also in the head of the country in DC. Because sedition must happen. Because why? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai said it has to happen. And let's look up that word sedition.
Sedition.
Salaki, let me turn that up a little bit.
Sedition.
Sedition. Conduct or speech inciting people to rebel against authority of a state or monarch. And this sedition is going to happen because Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai said so, as we see here in 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. There's going to be civil unrest. There's going to be inciting to rebel against the government, as we have seen since it get closer and closer to election day that the Edomites are doing. They're definitely going to make sure Trump get into office. One way or another. Either he gets in by vote or they rebel, have another revolution and he gets in. But they guaranteed that he going to get in. Why? Because Yahweh Shema Shai is putting the spirit upon them to do these things. He's turning the American populace against the American government by having the government wickedness being exposed. So now the people don't trust the government and they ready to rebel. So it's American versus American. And you know it's just not going to start with sedition. They're going to come against each other. They're going to come against other races. They're going to do a whole lot of other things. Because once you get them started, ain't no stopping. We're going to go here. Salaki. Isaiah 19, verse 2 and 3. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. They shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to their idols, and to charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits and wizards. And the Lord is doing this. He's turning the modern day Egypt, which is Babylon the Great, which is America, he's turning the people against each other. He knew that the Edomites male did not want a so-called black woman to be over them. Now Kamala Harris is not so-called black. She one of them East Indians. But it's just the idea that they think she's black and she a woman. And it done stirred up a spirit in them that really hasn't been roused in a minute. And as the scriptures say, they're going to fight against each other, against their neighbors, against other cities, because they're determined to put Trump into office. Now, for me, I don't care who gets in. Long as prophecy be fulfilled, Yahweh shall come back and we can get the heck up out of here. But the Edomites really think Trump is going to be able to take America back to its former glory. It's not going to happen. But they're going to continue to think that, thanks to the Lord, and they're going to shed lots and lots of blood trying to get that to happen. So whether he get in or whether they put him in, this sedition, it will happen. Because Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai said so. It doesn't have to happen now. It can happen a few months from now, maybe a year or two from now. We don't know. We're on the Lord's time. And he got everything set in a set measure. And he dare not disturb it to his time. But if you're of the hopeful elect, you got your finger crossed that it does happen. That everything do pop off. Because the faster this can happen, the faster these prophecies gonna go to coming up one after another. Like I said, it's not gonna it's gonna be more than this. The Lord just getting it started. Whether he's gonna start now or start later, it's gonna start. This is Luke 12, 51 through 53. Suppose ye that I have come to give peace on earth. I tell you, nay, but rather division. This is Yahweh Shai speaking. This site don't have red letters, but if you know the verse, you know who's speaking. So he's saying he come to bring division. And how is he bringing that division? Through this election. You got the Democrat versus Republicans, Esau versus Jake, Jake versus Jake, Esau versus Esau, Egyptian versus Egyptian. Verse 52, from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided against 2 and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter and the daughter against the mother, the mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. And we have seen that this election has really divided people, families, nation, race. Because you have the so-called black men, they ready to vote for Trump to keep Kamala out of them, which is understandable with all the wicked stuff she had done against the so-called black man. But you have the so-called black women who's ready to run and go vote for her without having no knowledge of the things she have done. Some of them do and just don't care. Let's be honest about that. Some do and just don't care. But this election has really divided this country, which was already divided. And Yahweh Shem and Shai just finding more and more reason to divide it, to get more and more people into the kind of mindset that they're going to need during Jacob's trouble, where it's a survival of the fittest, winner takes all kind of spirit. And this election is showing not just Babylon the Great, but also the other nations, just how divided this country truly is, especially on politics. I'm going to go here. Luke 11 and 17. But he, knowing their thought, said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and a house divided against a house falleth. And it's just a matter of time before Babylon ultimately be destroyed from within and from without. Because this fire is not gonna settle down. Even if, like I said, even if Trump get in there, it's still gonna be hostility. Because there's a lot of people that hate him. Even hopefully Camilla, whatever her name is, she win and it'll initiate this civil unrest, this sedition among men. Because I just feel as a man, if Trump get in, it'll take a little minute, but if she win tomorrow, by the time all the votes been counted and they said Harris done won, I can see sedition starting right then and there. I can see all type of destruction going on right then and there if she wins. And we can jumpstart this thing, hopefully get Jacob's trouble started, get everything moving, prophecies going, and soon we could be up out of here. But if not, if the Lord gonna make us wait, hey, like I said, we're on the Lord's time, so however he want to run it, I'm good with it. But America will fall. And they're going to fall from the inside out first. Why? Because Yahweh Shem Shai is working his power through the left hand to cause this division, which has Americans against Americans, Egyptian against Egyptian. And the house, and as I said, a house divided against itself, it'll fall. You go look deeper there in Mark. Chapter 3, verse 24. And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. And we know Satan going to adversary, which is Esau, Edom. And we see him rising up against himself. So as the scripture said, they can't help but have an end. And it's going to be a bloody end. It's going to be a bloody, destructive end for Esau, Edom. Not just because of the nuclear missiles from all the other countries, but just from the infighting. You really think that these Edomites ain't serious about taking it to the government? That they don't want to make sure Trump get in? No, they're gonna do everything within their power. If Harris wins to get Trump in that office, they will storm the Capitol. And this time they're not gonna do it friendly. That first time was a warning. This time they coming with all their weapons, their guns, their bombs, whatever sword they can get their hand on. And they're gonna be with violence that they try to take the leadership of this country and try to set Trump up as king here. And it's going to be a bloody end. So for those who in this truth, this is the Lord warning you, trying to get prepared, pray, stay prayed up, keep the faith that we probably about to go into some very, very, very turbulent times because of the wickedness that had been done here, because of this election and the spirits that it done brought out on the people here in Babylon. I'm going to go here. Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? Yes. How about Shema has done it? He's going to bring that great evil that Jacob troubled, that sedition among men, men invading each other, not sparing each other, all kind of death, rapes of women, children, and other men, just complete and utter slaughter. All these things are coming. And who's behind it? How about Shema who the world ignorantly called God and Jebus? They're pushing this vibration. They're pushing those spirits upon the people to do the things that they're going to do. That's why the scriptures say the wicked do wickedly, but don't understand. But the righteous understand. We understand that all the evils that we about to see is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Hawashai to fulfill the prophecies that he has already put out upon this earth. And we're going to end it here on Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, for her judgment had reached up to the heaven and lifted up even to the sky. Yeah, the Lord would have healed Babylon, but it's not healed, and it's never going to be healed. Why? Because he already has it set up for destruction. And this thing with the election, Lord willing, that it be the beginning of that destruction, of that chaos, of that great time of Jacob's trouble that the world has never seen before. That the Lord initiate all the things, the evils that he will bring about on the earth, and this election be the first step. I hope this video is edifying. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rukaka Das. Shalom to the next video.